Keep a smile.
Listen up, because Hollywood is spiraling, and today's chaos has Jaden Smith front and center. The spotlight is scorching as he steps out of the shadows and stops protecting Diddy. But don't get too comfy. By the time you hear it all,
kiss you and stuff. I saw you guys on Ellen, and you were like
that
alive
all the time.
So even on set, he wasn't even trying to.
No, not on the set. He wasn't trying to kiss me, but after the set, he'll try to kiss me.
Your jaw's gonna hit the floor. Now here's the part that's hard to swallow. Rumor has it that Jaden's own father, Will Smith.
Oh my God, a dream. There you go. There you go. Oh man, what the hell is your problem, buddy? What the hell is your problem, man?
Allegedly introduced him to Diddy. Yeah, that's right. Saying this situation is twisted doesn't even come close. But buckle up, we're diving straight into it. And let's just say, it ain't pretty. Remember that awkward moment on Ellen? The one where folks were talking about that kiss between Jaden and Diddy's crew? People have been side-eyeing it for years. Even behind the scenes, some say Diddy didn't bother hiding anything. Creepy much? And let me just say this, I'm gonna need a full reset after covering all this mess. You might want to grab a stress ball too, because every time it feels like we've hit the bottom, another bomb explodes. And what's wild, the trial hasn't even started yet. Here's where it gets even more disturbing. Jaden isn't just... speaking up about Diddy, he's dragging Will Smith into the drama too. Yeah, allegedly Will was involved way before Diddy even entered the picture. Jaden's basically saying when the ship sinks, everybody's going under. This family saga. Easily the most chaotic drama of 2024. No contest. Now the word on the street? Jaden's gone on record claiming he was exploited, not just by Diddy, but by his own father too.
I just want to say Tyler, the Creator, is the best friend in the world, and I love him so fucking much. And I want to tell you guys something. I want to tell you, Tyler doesn't want to say, but Tyler's my motherfucking boyfriend, and he's been my motherfucking boyfriend my whole life. Tyler, the Creator, is my fucking boyfriend. It's true. Yeah. Also, the fire marshal said they're gonna shut us down. So if you could just step back a little bit, just a little bit, just so they don't shut us down or whatever. I don't know what that means. There's a lot of you. Tyler, the Creator, is my boyfriend. Okay, if you take anything away from this show, that's what you need to take away.
That's a heavy claim, and it paints a whole new picture of what Jaden's been dealing with behind the scenes. No wonder he's had such a roller coaster of a career. At first, folks were skeptical. Some thought he was just joining the clout-chasing wave with his parents. But then, boom! Jaguar Wright stepped in and added her voice to the fire. When she starts talking, you know the silence is over. Jaguar Wright didn't hesitate for a second. She stood 10 toes down, backing every word Jaden Smith said. She wasn't just co-signing, she was ready to air it all out. And when the topic turned to Will, even she had to pause like, wait, what? He did what? To really get how deep this goes, we gotta rewind the tape. Before Diddy ever stepped into the picture, it was Will who allegedly opened the door to this dark side of the industry. And no, this isn't just some wild guess. People are connecting dots that were hiding in plain sight. See, Jaden, just like Willow and Trey, is a certified Nepo baby. Born into Hollywood royalty, his life was never gonna be normal. While most kids his age were building Legos, Jaden was building a film career. Remember The Pursuit of Happiness? That was Jaden sharing the big screen with his own father, legendary stuff. But little did we know, that might have been the last time he genuinely smiled without a shadow hanging over him. From the jump, Will and Jada made sure their kids knew that being born into fame came with strings attached. They didn't sugarcoat it either. Jaden once said, "They told us straight up, people will expect you to live up to everything we've done. That pressure's real." So yeah, he knew the deal young. You'd think that with all they'd seen in the industry, Jada and Will would have done everything to protect their kids. But instead, Jaden's path ended up even messier than his parents. And that says a lot. It's like they passed the Hollywood survival guide down, but skipped all the warning labels. Let's get real. Folks are still trying to process those old clips of Will kissing Jaden that made rounds online. No one talked about it at first. But now, with new context, people are shook. And right after all that, Jaden started switching things up. Quietly at first, changing his fashion, making bold moves, giving clues. Then boom, 2018 hit and Jaden dropped a bomb on stage at Camp Flog Gnaw Festival. With the whole crowd watching, he called Tyler, the creator, his boyfriend. People were stunned. The energy was wild. But Tyler? He looked low-key awkward, just wagging his finger like, "Nah, not true." Was it real? A joke? A message? Nobody knows, but everyone's still talking about it. Things got real weird when Jaden Smith and Justin Bieber were caught on camera acting a little too close for comfort, and the internet lost its mind. One clip from Coachella had people doing double takes. In the video, you can clearly see Jaden sneak up behind Justin and grind on him. And then out of nowhere, Justin leaned in and planted a kiss right on Jaden's cheek. No joke, it wasn't for show. They didn't even know someone was filming. The whole interaction had fans going wild. People were saying the vibes were way off. Folks in the comments were like, "Will, come get your son, he's out here acting wild." The body language? Super sus. They greeted each other like more than just homies. That whole scene had people questioning everything, especially since neither Jaden nor Justin has ever cleared the air about it. And don't even bring up Haley. Anytime this topic pops up, it's like Justin hits the eject button. He's gone. He's never addressed what really went down between him and Jaden. And honestly, at this point, it's become one of those Hollywood mysteries that just won't fade. Now, let's be real. Whatever happened behind closed doors is their business. But what's crystal clear is that Jaden's carrying around some heavy emotional weight. And a lot of that seems to trace right back to Will and Jada. Some fans believe the way they raised Jaden played a huge role in shaping his personal struggles, especially with identity and public perception. Growing up under a roof as chaotic as Will and Jada's, that alone is hard enough. But their marriage has been beyond messy, and their kids definitely felt it. In 2022, Jaden sat down with Big Boy TV and got real about the pressure of being born into a superstar family. He said, "I didn't understand, and I'm still trying to understand that they're just as much a staple in the world and they make people feel a way nobody else can." Deep stuff. But let's not forget, while Jaden was trying to figure it all out, Will was out here planting kisses on his son on live TV. And when he wasn't doing that, he was allegedly out partying with Diddy. Like, where was the actual parenting? This situation just keeps getting crazier by the day. It might have been during one of those shady Hollywood meetups that Will Smith allegedly decided it was time to hand Jaden over to someone with serious bad energy. And yeah, all fingers are pointing at Diddy. That's when things took a dark turn for real. Jaden's career had already been rocky, growing up in a house that was falling apart from the inside. But things really started to crumble in 2013, when the Smith family dropped the sci-fi flop After Earth. Will and Jaden starred in it, while Jada stepped in as co-producer. And even though Jaden had been acting since he was 7, this was his first real lead role. And it turned out to be a disaster. The movie only pulled in $60 million in the US, a massive loss considering the budget was around $130 million. Critics were brutal, giving it a humiliating 11% rating. And guess who caught all the heat? Not Will, not Jada, but Jaden, the teen caught in the crossfire. People weren't holding back either. The media dragged him, saying he only got the role because of his last name, not his talent. Will even wrote about this in his memoir, admitting After Earth was a total crash and burn moment. And the worst part? It was Jaden who took all the hits. Will said the public went so hard on his son that he won't even repeat the things they said. According to him, Jaden had done everything he was told. He followed his father's lead, and it led to the worst emotional beating of his young life. Let's not forget, Jaden was only 15 years old at the time. That's still a kid. The backlash got so overwhelming that he reportedly asked to be legally emancipated from his parents. That's how deep the hurt went. He felt like his own father had failed him in the spotlight and at home. Will admitted in his memoir that the moment shattered him. Jaden didn't go through with it, but still, that pain was real. That whole chapter marked a shift in the Smith household. Trust was broken. The combination of Hollywood pressure, family chaos, and Will's public missteps pushed Jaden to say, "I'm doing things my way from now on." And from that point forward, Jaden started calling his own shots. Behind the scenes, insiders say Will might have been both heartbroken and shook, because losing Jaden wouldn't just be a family loss. It would mean losing someone he was very, very close to. The dynamics were complicated, messy, and way too personal for comfort. Whatever bond they had, it was never quite the same again. And this is where it all took a seriously twisted turn. Because in a move that's got everyone scratching their heads, Will Smith allegedly brought Diddy into Jaden's life as some sort of mentor. Yep. While Jaden had always wanted to rap more than act, Will thought the perfect person to guide his son was none other than Sean Diddy Combs. Now let's be real. Diddy might have been a major figure in hip-hop, but he wasn't exactly known for keeping things clean. Still, Will looked past all that noise. He ignored the whispers, the shady stories, and the warnings, and handed his son over to a man who was already making headlines for all the wrong reasons. And that's how Jaden found himself in the deep end, allegedly stripped of his innocence by not just one adult he trusted, but two. What's even more disturbing? The way Jaden acted around Will in public, it was awkward to say the least, like just rewatch their interview on Ellen. Jaden looked uncomfortable, dodging his dad's energy left and right. And speaking of Ellen, she sure didn't step in, but then again, she's had her own behind-the-scenes scandals, so maybe that silence wasn't surprising. Still, fans weren't silent. Social media lit up with people calling out the disturbing moments between Will and Jaden. One viewer said what we were all thinking. You don't need to kiss your teenage son on the mouth to show love. That's not affection. It's uncomfortable. Let's be honest. Nobody would be defending this if the roles were flipped. Imagine if Will had done that to Willow instead. The outrage would have been insane, but for some reason with Jaden, folks wanted to pretend it was just fatherly love. Nah, that doesn't fly. What really got people heated was Will's double standard. He was quick to get physical, literally slap someone on live TV when he felt disrespected. But Jaden? Jaden was expected to smile and keep it pushing even when it looked like something deeper was going on. How's that fair? Jaguar Wright didn't hold back either. She came out swinging, dropping bombshells, and claiming that Jaden was one of the young boys Will may have taken advantage of. And when you look at the history, the body language, the public moments that made us all cringe, well, let's just say the pieces are starting to form a picture nobody wanted to see. Let's go back, way back. While most people were still learning to tie their shoes, Will Smith was already caught up in controversy. One of the earliest bombshells came from actress Alexis Arquette, who stirred up serious buzz after she claimed Will's first marriage ended in scandal. In a now-deleted Facebook post, Alexis dropped a wild statement saying Will's ex allegedly walked in on him in a compromising situation with none other than his sugar daddy, music mogul Benny Medina. She even wrote, "When Jada comes out as gay and her beard husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him servicing Benny Medina, then I'll listen to them." The internet exploded. That post didn't last long, but it left a trail that people still talk about. Then there's Trisha Paytas, never one to stay quiet, who came forward with her own disturbing claims. She said Jada allegedly tried to pressure her male dancers into something totally inappropriate. Wild, right? But hold on. because this rabbit hole goes even deeper. Here's where things take a seriously dark turn. If Will were simply living life on the down low, interested in men, that's one thing. But whispers in the industry suggest something far worse. There are heavy accusations floating around that Will didn't just explore. He allegedly crossed lines with younger men who didn't give consent. Yep. Some insiders are saying Will might be just as dangerous as Diddy, if not worse, and the craziest part? These two have always been close. Remember when Will slapped Chris Rock on stage? Who was right there trying to clean up the mess? Diddy. Their friendship runs deep and way back. And here's some extra Hollywood tea for you. Rumor has it that back in the day, Will and Jada allegedly tried to set up a wild three-way with Jennifer Lopez, who was Diddy's girl at the time. When Diddy heard about it, he was furious. He supposedly wanted to fight over it, but years later he brushed the whole thing off. Classic damage control. But here's what people are saying now. Maybe they weren't fighting over J-Lo. Maybe they were just too similar to let a little drama ruin their alliance. Because if these claims are true, both men had more in common than just fame and fortune, and now it's all catching up to them. A new name has stepped forward, Bryce Sherry Gray. He's reportedly accusing both Diddy and Will of involving him in disturbing freak-off situations. Bryce has now filed a massive $50 million lawsuit claiming serious harm and exploitation by the two stars. Bryce Gray, yep, the same dude who lit up the screen as Hakeem Lyon on Empire, is now at the center of some serious drama. That breakout role put him on the Hollywood map, but behind the scenes, things were a total nightmare. Turns out his success didn't come from pure hustle alone, it came through connections. And those connections led straight to chaos. His talent manager, Charlie Mack, well known and well connected, was the one who introduced Brisher to Will Smith. Will reportedly took a liking to him and offered to mentor him. And when he found out Brisher was more into rap than acting, he made the call and linked him up with Diddy. That's when things went downhill fast. Brisher had no clue that chasing his dreams meant stepping into a world full of strings and secrets. According to the lawsuit, both Diddy and Will allegedly forced him into disturbing freak-off situations, using him instead of helping him. And for a while, he went along with it, thinking it was the cost of leveling up in the game. But eventually, he saw through the smoke and realized he was being used, not supported. And once he broke away and walked out, that's when things really got ugly. He claims both Diddy and Will were furious, and soon after that, his entire career just vanished. No more music, no more acting gigs, just silence. According to Brisher, that was no coincidence. He believes he was blackballed, shut out of the industry by two of the biggest names in the game. That betrayal hit deep, and it's a huge part of why he's now suing both men. He says the trauma they caused him has been haunting him ever since, and the lawsuit is his way of finally taking back control. But it doesn't stop there. Jaguar Wright, who's known for blowing the lid off industry secrets, spoke out years ago about the Smiths. She claimed Jada and Will were notorious for messing with young men's dreams, saying they're both bisexual, they do weird things. I left that house screaming. And it's not just Jaguar. Multiple voices over the years have accused Will of hiding a secret life at the expense of younger men's careers. This story? It's far from over, and every new detail makes it even darker. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any wilder, boom! More names, more accusations. Will Smith's alleged connection to actor Dwayne Martin made headlines too, and back in 2023, another bomb dropped, this time from brother Bilal, who used to work closely with Will. He sat down for a jaw-dropping interview on Unwind with Tasha K, and what he said had everybody talking. Bilal didn't hold back. He made some shocking claims about Will's private life, and let's just say the internet exploded. Of course, Will's legal team was quick to clap back, calling the entire interview baseless, false, and completely fabricated. But the timing couldn't have been worse. These claims surfaced right after Jada Pinkett Smith's viral interview where she pulled the curtain back on her marriage. That's when she casually revealed that she and Will had been separated for 7 years. Yep, even during that infamous Oscars slap, they weren't even technically together. Divorce? Nope. They said they were still figuring things out. Seriously? At this point, people couldn't help but say it. Will and Jada might just be made for each other. The chaos is non-stop. And now that the layers are peeling back, it makes so much sense why Jaden's been so vocal about his mental health struggles. He's been through it. And the heartbreaking part? It all started under the roof of the very people who were supposed to protect him. One of the most shocking moments came when Jaden joined his mom, Jada, on Red Table Talk. That's when she admitted, on camera, that she gave her son psychedelics to help him cope with his mental health issues. Jaden sat there and opened up about it too. That moment hit hard, because it revealed just how deep the trauma ran. All signs point to one thing: Jaden has been through some serious emotional damage. People are now connecting the dots, especially since Will had no problem inviting someone like Diddy into their home. A man whose name is tied to countless disturbing allegations. And Will knew how Diddy moved. Yet he still let him get close to Jaden. And this? This is exactly why folks are no longer surprised when celebrity kids spiral out, go off the grid, or worse, completely break down. That dark Hollywood pressure? It's very real. So now the question on everyone's mind is this: was Jaden's entire journey shaped by the chaos his parents brought into his life? Is he struggling with identity because of what he was exposed to? Let's talk about it below. What's really going on in the Smith household? And there you have it, a Hollywood legacy wrapped in glitz, power, secrets, and way too many unanswered questions. From fame to trauma, from red carpets to courtrooms, the Smith family story isn't just messy, it's haunting. Jaden's pain didn't come out of nowhere. His story is layered with silence, pressure, and betrayal. And the more that surfaces, the more disturbing it all becomes. Will the truth ever come out completely? Or will it stay buried under the weight of fame and cover-ups? We want to hear from you. Do you think Jaden is finally breaking free from the system that raised him? Or is there even more that we don't know yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping deep dives just like this one. Because trust, Hollywood never sleeps, and neither do its secrets. Until next time, stay woke, stay safe, and keep questioning everything.